So you got your man gonna tell a story about another man he knows that his wife cheated on him, and boy, we're hearing a lot of these stories about these women cheating on the men and what they're doing is so despicable. Let's review it.
All right, so there's this guy. We're going to call this guy CJ. CJ married his high school sweetheart at 19. Family man. Had 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. But after 10 years, his wife told him that she no longer felt like she was in love and she wanted a divorce.
Yeah, that's those dreaded words that some men have heard. I don't feel like I'm in love. All of that feelings, and feelings change with the wind. This is why a lot of us as men try to think about things in facts, and men understand that love is an action word. You understand? Yes, you feel love and all of that, but every day you wake up and you just have life happening. You don't have those butterflies every day. It doesn't mean you doesn't love your spouse. It's just some things even going on with you personally. But love is commitment. You understand? Love is respect. Love is honor. Love is what men say, hey, I'm going to provide for my family and things like that. That's how I show my love, because if I didn't love them, I wouldn't provide nothing for them. I'd be just a bum and have them looking for stuff on the street. But since I love them, I'm going to sacrifice. I'm going to work this extra overtime. I'm going to take on extra shifts. I'm going to, okay, my children need this. Let me go ahead on and do what I got to do to get it. Oh, my wife want to do that. Let me go ahead and do it. See, that's the way we show our love as men. We love our wives. We want to protect them. We don't want to harm them. You don't want nothing to happen to our children. That's love for men. It's not just, I don't feel that way. But anyway, let's continue.
She said she felt like she never got a chance to really live because she got married so young.
Translation, she never got to go out and be a whore. That's really what that is. What you mean live? You've been living all these years. What is it that you got to do on those streets that you really just can't do at home? But let's continue.
CJ was devastated, slipped into depression, had to move back into his mom's basement, lost his house in a divorce settlement, and had to pay child support for 3 kids, plus alimony. It took CJ a little while to
Shout out to Florida once again for banning permanent alimony. Alimony should not even be on the books. If you leave a person, then that's the end of it. You should not be running their pockets when you're not with them anymore. Divorce means you're divorced. You're divorced of their finances. You're divorced of everything that goes along with that person. It's called a divorce. No person, male or female, should be paying alimony to your ex. No, I don't agree with that.
Bounce back, but when he did, he joined the military. He wanted to get away, he wanted to travel, he wanted to start a new life. When his ex-wife found out that he joined the military, she wanted a child support increase. The military said they was cool with it, but they had to test all of the children before they did it. So they had a DNA test on all 3 of the kids, and they showed up in court for the results. And the judge read the following: when it comes to your oldest son, Junior, you are not the father. When it comes to your middle son, you are not the father. When it comes to baby girl, you are not the father. CJ cried so hard in the courtroom that he passed out. This woman stood in court with a straight face and said, well, he's the dummy for believing that they were his kids.
Ooh, boy, I tell you, that's ice cold right there, fellas, ice cold. But, I always say, what can we do to prevent, these things from happening in the future? I know a lot of you discuss prenuptial agreements a lot online, and a lot of these platforms discuss that. But y'all need to start discussing, I'm not signing a birth certificate unless I get a DNA test. It's just that simple. It's called for the protection of yourself, because if you sign that birth certificate, you're going to be on the hook for child support, period. So, of course, just like prenuptial agreements offend these women, then DNA tests offend them too. But at the end of the day, are you worried about them being offended, or are you worried about making sure that child is yours? Because there's a statement that says, child of my daughter, my grandchild, child of my son, who knows? You understand? So as men these days, how scandalous a lot of these modern women are today, how they'll sit up there and mess around, and women lie a whole lot better than men. See, we always get caught in our lie because we are made in the image of God. You understand? And God cannot lie. That's why we always get caught. It's not just, some of us are good at lying, yes, but it's not the norm. Most men get caught real quick. Women lie very well. They'll take lies to the grave. That's how much they will hold a lie. That's why the devil came to them first in that Garden of Eden to deceive them. Because, you know, the man was like, hell, nah, man, you better get on here, away from here. Because, that don't even sound right what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to test these children. Because, see, back in the day, the old school DNA test was the grandma. You understand? See, grandma could look at that baby and look at that baby all the way around and would tell you that's your kid or that baby not yours. And they would be accurate 100% of the time. Those of you know who used to have them old school grandmas like that, they will tell you, even if you say, I don't think that kid mine, they'll tell you, no, that kid's yours, because look right here. You see the way that ear lobe is? That's just like your uncle so-and-so. Or look at the way the eyebrows is. It's just like auntie. So like they'll pick apart the features of that kid to see if that's your child or not. But since the old school grandma's not here anymore, that can look at them babies and give you them accurate tests like that, you're going to have to go through science. And just to protect yourself, fellas. You're going to have to. You know, I mean, it's your decision what you want to do. At the end of the day, of course, you wouldn't think your wife would do something like that to you. But I always tell men this. When something's going on, a lot of times you dismiss it. You don't really have to go looking for dirt that they're doing. I always tell men, just pay attention to the pattern. Like, is a pattern switched up just dramatically? Is she just starting arguments with you for no reason? Like, it don't even make sense why she's arguing with you. You know, like just little things like that. Like, is she accounted for? Like, where's she at? Or where's she going? I mean, use it, fellas, something in the back of your mind and say something's not right. Don't ignore it, because sometimes something may not be right. You understand? So just pay attention to that. Three doggone kids this woman laid down and had, and then I'm saying you the dummy thinking they're yours. But the thing is, woman, you were one evil demon, because you knew those children wasn't his, and you sit up there and had that man taking care of those children. You wouldn't even sit up there and make the men that you laid down with take care of those children. And this is why a lot of men, you know, don't want to get married. This is why a lot of men have been boycotting marriage. It's because of that. It's why a lot of men don't want to have children with y'all. That's another reason, too, a lot of men don't have kids because they're afraid of the things that y'all going to pull. A lot of these men say they'd rather go overseas and have a child, because at least over there the laws are different. I mean, the first time I went to Ethiopia, and I talked, and those men were just asking about the laws and different things in the country. And I told them, you know, they have a law in America called child support. And they said, what's that? So I told them, you know, well, if the woman can leave you just because she want to, he said, she could just leave just anytime she want to? Yeah. She could leave, go to court, and make them pay her every month for the child. It's called child support. They were looking at it like, what? Are you serious? They make you pay? I said, yeah. I said, if you don't pay, they're going to put you in jail. Oh, boy, they lost it. Jail? They just like, what kind of country is that? They were saying, like, going to put you in jail behind some money? They say, oh, we don't have that over here. Oh, no. He said, it's what the men want to do here. And I looked at them Ethiopian brothers at the time. I say, man, you know what? Y'all got it right. Y'all got it right. But, you know, in countries like that, women don't just be willy-nilly having children and leaving like that, because they don't have no welfare and food stamps for them. They don't have no Section 8 for them. So they got to think real long and hard before, like, if I'm going to up and leave, and then the family's going to be like, you left that man? For what? Oh, I just don't feel like being with him no more. Oh, girl, get out of here. If we don't want to hear that, because we're not going to help you. So that's why a lot of men travel overseas and go to different places like that, because it's just more favorable for men. This place here, the Western world, is more favorable for women because they're trying to destroy the traditional family. That's what that's about. But let me know what y'all think about, you know, this situation. So, you know, it's sad what happened to this man. Very, very sad. And I hope the courts reversed all of that.